Eliza. This is our final project video. I'm gonna kick it off for y'all. Come over here. This is our circuit. Oh, that's confusing. Here, look at it. This is on a piece of paper. It's much easier to read. So, what do we have going on here? First, we have a low-pass filter and a high-pass filter in parallel. What does that even mean? Well, that's an active low-pass filter. So, the signals with lower frequencies will be passed through, signals with higher frequencies will be not passed through, and it will be amplified. And it's an inverting op amp, so it will be inverted too.
Hi, I'm Sarah. So you talked about the high pass.
I talked about the low
You talked about the low pass. So now I will talk about the high pass. So essentially, it does the same thing, but the opposite. So it's going to attenuate for the low pass. It'll attenuate the lower frequencies passing through the higher frequencies because it's a high pass filter. It'll also amplify it because it's active, and it'll invert everything because it's an inverting op amp. And then it'll go on to the summing circuit.
So this is the summing circuit. Basically, it takes the inputs from the high pass and the low pass filters, and based on the ratios of the resistors, it sums them together and amplifies them. But in our case, we just decided to make all the resistors the same, so it's just going to add these two currents from the two filters and then give it a amplification of just one. So you just get a normal summation going in to the non-inverting amplifier, where we have it inverting, not inverting, and just being amplified by a ratio of 1 plus 39 over 33. And then that's our output.
Cool, so now that we explained it to you, you might be like, but does it work? It does, and we'll show you. First, we are looking at the output of the low-pass filter. So, Sarah, what frequency signal are we sending in right now?
So right now we are sending in a 10 kilohertz sine wave with an amplitude of 1 volt peak to peak.
That's good because the cutoff rate for our low-pass filter is around 90 kilohertz. So, signals with a higher frequency than 90 kilohertz will be effectively attenuated, but if it's lower, like 10 kilohertz, we're going to see it pretty much pass through and inverted. Oh wow!
And also slightly amplified.
And
Slightly amplified.
And that's exactly what's happening. Now, let's see. What if we did the same signal, but now we're looking at the output of our high-pass filter? Give me 1 second. What's going on? Oh gosh, nothing really.
Let's auto set.
What we expect to see is not much at all. Why? Because we're sending the same low frequency signal through a high pass filter, and everyone knows that that means it's attenuated.
Okay, now we'll give it a higher frequency.
What frequency do you want?
Well, the cutoff point has been measured to be 325 kilohertz.
So let's try
we're gonna,
500.
Yeah.
500 sounds good.
Whoa, let's auto set that.
Oh wow, that looks good.
Give it a sec.
That does look good, because now you can see that
It's
at
amplified.
a high frequency, it passes through the high pass filter. And
So-
it's amplified, and that's it.
Yeah, so now what happens, let's pass the same signal and now look at the output of our summing circuit. What do we expect to happen? So, what we expect is, because we're passing the same signal in parallel through a low-pass filter and a high-pass filter, however, it's a higher frequency signal, so when it goes to the low-pass, it's going to be killed, and in the high-pass, it'll be preserved, so when you sum that together, it's pretty much like it's just going through a high-pass filter. And
That's what we got.
that's what we see.
Don't forget, we have our rails going to plus or minus 5 volts.
Good catch, Sarah. And then, Sarah, do you want to explain, now let's look at the output of the final 4th amplifier. What's going on?
So essentially, we are putting everything through both the high pass, low pass, summing, and then the non-inverting amp at the end. So now everything's just amplified from what it just was. So that's really exciting.
Wait, one last thing. What if we passed both a 500 hertz signal and a 40 megahertz signal at the same time through our circuit?
Well, essentially what would happen then is we would send each signal through both, but the high frequency would only go through one and the low would go through one, and then when you sum them, it would be just the sum of both going through both. So you would only see the effects as it goes through the high or low respectively, and then it would sum normally and amplify normally.
That's it from us. Thanks for watching.
Bye.